Try again. There we go. I'm getting 3 of them in. So I've got the collective, the super collective. So we'll have some more people bouncing in the door here in a minute. So let's see what's going on with the collective super channel. Let's try that one. Save changes. Let's see where we've got. That one is causing me some problems. I don't know why. And we will just, well, we're going to go with it. So we'll see what happens. I'll check into that later. See, even I have these problems. It's just time. It's Friday. So there we go. People will start rolling in some more. Glad to see everybody here. Bangarang. Michael, good to see you. Miss Kim, good to see you. Don't know what happened with everybody on the Quantum Super Channel, but for some reason I am not able to get into Quantum today. So we will have to see. No, I can get into Quantum. I'm not getting into the collective. So we will see how that goes, what's going on. I'll have to do some exploration and find out. So let's see what's going on there, everybody. Good morning. Those of you that are coming in, we are glad to have you here today. Special message today. This kind of goes with the message for today. But let's all remember, bangarang. We got to fly. We got to move. And there are days, folks, I'm going to let you know. And there is sometimes it's hard to even muster the energy to say bangarang. We get tired. Engaged. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. I'm glad it's Friday. We got a lot of things going. I do personally, things like that. So we're going to start as we always start. Our Heavenly Father, Divine Mother, universe, spirits, angels, guides, wrap your arms around us today. Please step close. Hearts are heavy. People need the light. We need to see the light and help the messages that come through. Make sure they are your message and not my message, and may it be received from you, not from me. So mote it be. There we go. So we are going to get we're going to get things moving here. Michael, I see you said you had a riot on April and Jay's show yesterday. That's good. Jason Q had no clue what he was getting into. Oh, it was a blast. I have no clue either. So let's get moving here. This morning, man, Grand Rising, Karen, good to see you. Good to see you in the house, love and light. I haven't had much of my coffee yet this morning, so I'm getting it. Tatiana, great to see you. Great to see you. So this morning, been telling y'all, got a lot going on, house, things like that, selling the house, trying to make decisions or whatnot. But we are, we're there. Things are happening, things are going. But there's still some heavy heart. My daughter asked me in here yesterday, can you be happy and sad at the same time? And I've noticed it, and I'm worried about my kids. I want to make sure everybody's happy. And one of the things I'm finding out is I am worried so much about people being upset that I am getting upset. And I'm like, wait a minute, that's on me. So I pulled some cards this morning, and believe it or not, what I got was the Sacred Pool, which says just this. Now, I used the Enchanted Compass by Colette Baron Reed for those of you who are trying to follow along with whatever decks I'm using. The card is 47, which breaks down into an 11, and it's about partnerships. That becomes a 2. And the partnership, again, becomes with my spiritual being, my well-being, as well as my health, my brain, partnering my subconscious with my conscious. And folks, y'all can't tell me I'm the only one out there doing this. We all become susceptible to it. We get so focused on making other people happy, and we're not even focused on them being happy. We're focused on what happens if we fail at it. And guess what? We live in that scaredness. We live in that fear. We live in that area where things are just miserable and nobody's done anything wrong. You're worried about everything's going on. Wanda, good morning. Glad to see you. Here we grow. Glad to see you. Here we grow. Love and light. Bangarangers. One Friend 21, glad to see you're here. And folks, so the Sacred Pool, I'm going to do something I don't normally do, which is I'm going to read a section out of the book because this was powerful. And it's just a short poem, or more of a thought. The world is a reflection of your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. Embody the love you wish to see in the world. That's the sacred pool. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about bathing in our subconscious, bathing in our thoughts, bathing in communication. This is all about water. Almost every card I pulled in regards to this has something to do with water, and it's subconscious. It's all functioning up here, folks. Things. One can be so heavenly minded that one is no earthly good. You're absolutely right. But one of the things I had to realize, I lost sleep last night. Things were going because I'm so concerned that I don't want people to be upset at things that are happening. And you know what? They've told me they won't be, but I'm so worried about it. I'm catastrophizing. And what I'm doing when I say that, and people need to learn this for themselves, you might as well go ahead and punch somebody in the face because you're already just as miserable as if you had. And we want to blame them for that when the truth of the matter is, when I look into the sacred pond, I'm bringing this negative vibe on, I'm bringing it down, and I need to understand that I am bringing this weight on myself. It's one of those things where we have to take responsibility for our thoughts and for our actions. It's how we set in the day. And I'm like, okay, I get it. What I want to do, though, is I pulled from my Tao deck. What's out of whack? What's going on? Holy crap. What I get? More water. Okay? And it's obstacles. This card is actually a 9 and 3 is 12, which is a 3 collaboration. It means about everything going on in my life. It is about frustration. This card is completely about fear and frustration. It's things that are happening and things that I'm feeling miserable for a while this morning because I'm so worried and I'm bringing that dark water in. Then I'm like, okay, well, if that's that side, what's the other side? More water. And we've seen both these cards before. So I'm sharing the message that was to me for you because I know I'm not alone. All right. Deliverance. This card is deliverance. 40. Building a solid base. Making sure we understand that a lot of us are praying for deliverance when the deliverance is within ourselves. So I'm like, oh my God, this is so hitting me in the head. Release, relief, a fresh approach. Finding a solution and exhilaration. This is my choice, folks, whether to be happy, to be sad, to be worried, to be whatnot. It's time for me because what I'm doing is I'm manifesting everything I'm worried about. So I need to focus, and I need y'all to send me a little love and light this morning. It's one of those things that we all, like I said, just because people get enlightened doesn't mean they're not human. And we have these moments too, but at least we can turn to spirit and say, help me through this. Help me understand it. And then all of a sudden, boom, I was like, I got it. I know it. I can change this. I can move this. It's not up to whatever anybody else I'm upset about or worried about is doing. I can change this. All right. So that's what's going on. So I'm like, okay, what do I need to remember the most? Where does this come from? And you know what I got? So I actually pulled from a third deck, and I pulled from the Legacy of the Divine deck. And I got my beloved Karmic Justice card. I love this card. And it is a reminder to each one of us, what you put in is what the universe is going to give you back. I put in all this sadness. I put in all this negativity this morning. I put in all this worry, all this frustration. So I'm using me as an example this morning, folks. And guess what? That's on me. So later on, when things do go south, who do I have to blame? My energy vibration could even affect those people that I'm worried about that I don't want mad at me. You've been around people. I'm telling you, when they walk in and you pick up that negative vibe, man, boom, it hits you. Guess what? I don't want to give that to the people I love, the people I care about, or anybody. Shelly, if you don't like what we're doing, hit the road. Love you. Okay. Doesn't that bother you? Many blessings to you, but you're all dabbling in witchcraft. Damn straight we are. Have a good day. So, I mean, that's just exactly what we're doing. If you don't like it, go play in somebody else's church. So here's what we've got. Dang, it's late again. Yeah, you're a little bit late again, but you made it in time to see me throw a little fit. That's not because I'm upset, folks. I'm tired of people bringing, see, did I manifest that? Did I manifest somebody bringing negativity into the room? Okay. That is, you know, it's massive of what we can do. So that's what I'm trying to get. Yeah, today is, thank you, Bridget. Today is a great day for me. And it is one of those things where I have to realize I need to absorb this great day. And the way other people receive it, that's on them. That's not on me. I can't make everybody happy, but I can be happy. So what if we could get through this without assigning blame? Isn't that awesome? Isn't that awesome? What do you care what we dabble in? And obviously, no, we don't, because we read tarot, but we pray to the same God and things like that. Why do people want to force other people into their thought process? You're free to come. You're free to go. See ya, toodles. Sending you peace and love, Shelly. That's exactly right. Shelly, we don't hate you. We love you. All right? But come in and play, or go find another play box. It's okay. No hate going out there. Hi there, everyone. Love and light to you all. Love and light to you, Jenna. Ming Ming, good morning. I could use me some good solid Ming Ming vibe energy. Hey, Michael, how you doing? So everybody's saying hi. Glad we got our community. I'm thinking you forget to feed that worry to your gargoyle. You know, you're exactly right. I haven't even stepped foot in there where Detest is. I need to bring him in. I should have had him sitting right here. And that's exactly it. He was just eating all fear, eating everything else and whatnot. So we are having a good time this morning. We're going to get off, but this is an exact idea of what I'm saying. Don't dwell in the negative, folks. When you do, you invite it in. And I invited some in today, and I don't want to affect anybody else. So I'm glad I haven't had that much contact with other people. I'm glad I came in here, got to do the reading. And what I tell you folks quite often is a lot of times this show is healing for me as well. I mean, that's what's going on. Good morning, Bangarang Tribe. I danced last night for a moment. It made my heart smile. I am going to dance today. I am going to thrill in what has been given to me. We actually manifested exactly what we wanted. When I say we, me and my wife, we brought something in and just made a miracle happen. So things like that are awesome, okay? And some of that is going to have to be, people got to deal with what they got to deal with. In a few minutes, Rob, my guy is coming to hug you. I need a hug this morning. Yes, I do. But we're all, okay. Thanks, Bridget. There it is. I love it when you feel that. Folks, if you can't feel that, you need to really be in touch with spirit. Don't worry, be happy. Feed a gargoyle. Very good. Good. Dancing on the ceiling. That's it. Be happy. Let people do their thing. Do what they want. Stop focusing on the negativity. What you're focusing on, what you're dwelling on, what you're putting into your pond is the karma that you're breeding today. It doesn't mean if you're doing anything wrong to somebody. We always look at karma as the card that says, hey, and let me explain something real quick. These cards don't tell me crap. They show me pictures. The spirit, God, the mother, angels, they give me advice by looking at these, and I'm open to their interpretation, and they have basic meanings, but I can go from there. And folks, this is very important to understand. We all look at karma as a lot of times as payback. We're looking at karma as a negative thing. Yeah, you get what you put in. Karma is a positive thing, okay? And some people tell you karma is neither positive nor negative. It is the energy that you're putting out. So remember, what you are focusing on is the karma you are creating at that moment to follow you through the day. You're putting the energy out there, and eventually it's going to come back on you. So all I'm saying that from the bottom of my heart, be careful, okay? Don't let your negative thoughts take you into a place, and then we blame other people for things being wrong, for the way we feel, when the way I feel is my choice. Doesn't mean people don't hurt me. Doesn't mean people don't say mean things. Doesn't mean people, it's like, why can't you just let people be? It doesn't mean that at all, okay? But at some point, where am I going to focus on that? How much hate could have gone out we've seen this morning already, but it doesn't. And that's okay. That's all right. It's okay to disagree. I don't care. You know, if somebody can come here and learn something, maybe something got picked up. That's great. Yes, Karen, great. Fast too. Yeah, that was, you guys are incredible. Thank you. Everybody's good. Lisa, I love that song title. I hope you dance. Man, dancing today seems to be in the cards for everybody. I am joyful. I need joyful today because it is a joyful, glorious day. Big things have been accomplished. Let me just say, Christina, I don't know how much Gillian sent you last night because I was wiped out. We had our house on the market for less than a day. I guess you could say it was one day. When it hit MLS, let me see, yesterday was Thursday. Wednesday night, it hit the coming soon list. And before it went live on MLS, our realtor had called us and told us we already had a full price cash offer. We wound up seeing 8 or 9 more people yesterday. The house we wanted, somebody had swooped in because the buying market here in Florida is so crazy. But we said, what the heck, we're going to put a backup offer in. We said we're going to sit back and see what happens, and we're not going to jump. I'm not going to take something I'm not going to be happy with. We met with the realtor last night. There was a bidding war on our house. We have cash offers exceeding asking price that don't even want an inspection. It can close within 2 weeks. It's amazing. Guess what? The same night that everybody started making the offers, we got a call from a different realtor, the house that Gillian and I have wanted and we fell in love with. We've been back to it, made offers, things like that. Everything fell through. We're getting that house. Only thing stopping it right now is if our deposit from the people buying our house doesn't go through. But everybody loved it. Things are we literally manifested that house back into being for us. And now I will take credit for that. And I will say, Spirit, thank you for giving me guidance. Okay. I worry about people because there are other people attached to this property. All right. As my daughter will tell you, she is attached to this property. She grew up there, or she grew up a good part of it there, but her great grandmother lived next door. Her grandmother then moved in next door. And it's always been a part of mine and my children's family. So it's tough, but there's also a lot of bad energy there, and it's time to move on. And we made things happen. Thank you, Kim. I appreciate it. So just a little story there for y'all to let you know. Yeah, it's not just me preaching. I need to feel exactly what I'm talking about sometimes. I need to know that I can turn to Spirit and I'm capable of doing just what I ask you folks to do every day. This show, folks, at times ministers to me as well. Galveston in the house, asking Leonardo to make his presence known to you. Thank you. I'm getting chills all over. They're stepping in. They knew. I think for a while this morning, they were just like, whoa, let the big boy breathe. Okay. So things like that. Asking Michael to make his presence known to you. Good morning, Denise Western. Glad to see you. Jenny Cook. Karma gives you back what energy you put forth. And Jenny, that is so true. And I wish people would understand karma. It's not about bad or good. Karma is, what's the best way to understand karma? Let's do that. Let me ask. I'm going to go back in. What better deck to go into than the Tao Oracle deck? And I'm going to ask the guides and my spirits and God and Gaia and the Mother, tell us what we need to know about karma. What do we need to know about karma? The yielding yin principle, devoted, patient, supportive, obedient, responsive, intuitive, earthy mother. Think of karma, okay? And the card number is a 2. It's a relationship. Karma has a direct, energetic relationship with each and every one of us. And we have our own connection to karma. We have our own connection to energy. We're not talking about spirit. We're talking about karma. All right. In that, karma showing, this card showing that it is a 2, which is a partnership, is really cool. Because one of the things you need to understand, your spirit, your mind, your body has a direct relationship to karma. It has nothing to do with another person. You're like, well, Rob, I keep waiting for karma to get them, but it's not about what they did to you. And Jenny, you put it in a very good way. It's about the negative energy they put out that you happen to be in the way of. That's what's going on. That's karma. So the karma, it's not getting even for you. It's just sending that negative energy back at them. That's what I want you to understand about karma. Karma is very important. We need to understand what it is like to be in control. Although I don't tarot, I'm a firm believer of it. There is more power than people realize. We can all speak to God, spirit, higher power, angels in our own way. So a lot of people find the Bible very confusing, okay? And I grew up in it. And there are times I find it very confusing. All right. So we have different methods. Who are you calling on to help you read tarot? We talked about that in Kim's class the other day on Tarot Tuesday, which I want to bring this up too. Let me flip over here for a second. The HempWorks. Man, make sure, guys, y'all are checking out the HempWorks. This stuff is awesome. It helps me focus, things like that, and it helped me remember something right now. Friday night, not tonight night, next week, the 12th, Rocky DeGotti and I are doing another wine spirits night, 7 o'clock Friday night. Pour your favorite beverage, join us, and let's see what, she's a psychic medium. We have a ball. We're both sarcastic. And it is one of those things. Make sure you're tuning in and come in. And I tell people this all the time. Check out Tarot with an Attitude on YouTube. Like today, I had a problem getting on Quantum Super Channel. I don't know why. So if the only way they're trying to watch me is by coming through there, you're not seeing what's going on. There are other things I put out. The Tarot with an Attitude group. Man, check that out. Want to know what's going on? Somebody wants to ask a question about any aspect of spirituality? Come in and ask a question, but we do it with respect. It's a private group. We keep everything upbeat. We keep everybody happy. There are plenty of other places to go check out anything that's negative or whatnot. But if you want to ask questions or whatnot, come check out Tarot with an Attitude. Plenty of people there to help. Seeing your mother right now. Wow. Thank you, Kim. I need that. What if we are allowed to use the tools the dark use, but in the light? I don't associate with the dark, but here's one of the things. Whenever you have light, you have dark. I look at it more as the shadow, okay? That's the reason I'll pull cards off the bottom. It's a shadow card. Physics tells us if I shine a light on this, that means there's another side to it. I use it. The tools, there are certain tools I personally don't play with. You're just inviting too many negative things, and you better be damn good at what you're doing and not playing around with it. Ouija boards, things like that. I'm not saying that they're evil. I'm saying that once you can get into some three-dimensional doorways and open some things up, that if you don't know what you're doing, it's already been shown that it can cause people problems. Before you do anything, if you're bathing in the light and what you're doing is of the highest good, you should be taken care of. Love that song, Woke with Joy. Hey, Tammy, there we go. Kim Dambert. There is a proverb. When the gods wish to punish us, they give you exactly what you ask for. Oh, ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? Shout out to Texas. Lucy, Texas hasn't had it easy. No, it has not. Thank you, Denise. Appreciate that. She sent me the video of 411 only. Okay, I'll call you later and I'll fill you in on more kind of just what happened. And what she's talking about, the 411, that's where her, what we call her mama and her grandma lived. And somebody bought that house when we had to put my mom in an ALF. And they ripped it out, gutted it, and redid it. And the same realtor we used, we were able to get in there last night and see what all was done. So it was just kind of cool. So to see that, and it was great to feel there was so much negative energy in that house because of what happened with my mom and dad. It was great to see this thing revitalized, rebuilt, done whatever. And there are things that are going on there that I let them know if they want us to come in and do a cleansing. There's one room, it's really bad, but the energy is there to bring, and it's time for new life. This neighborhood is meant for kids. There are kids across the street. There are kids coming in all around us. It's not meant for old farts. It's a beautiful area, but I'm tired of evacuating every time a damn hurricane comes. I don't have the money to put into the house to fix it up. And the one we're looking at that everything goes right on, that we are first in line, no more worries about anything. It's all awesome. So here we grow. Don't worry, be happy. Yes, don't worry, be happy. So Lisa, Rob, I have spiritual chills for your family. Thank you. Yeah, because this is the house I grew up in. My grandmother was next door. And what a lot of people don't know, when I was 6 years old going on 7, I was badly burned with boiling water. Some of you older folks will remember when vaporizers had boiling water. And from about the middle of my stomach to just above my knees, I was 3rd-degree burns in the hospital for 3 months. And 3 times they said I was almost going to die. So there are good memories and there's bad memories. But this has been an attachment. And one of the things somebody said, though, nobody is ever truly 100% happy in either one of these houses. And I think that's true. So we're going to go, and it's time for us to be happy. It's time for my children to be able to come say, it's going to be like going on a vacation to go to Dad's house now. So that's what we're after. Amazingly wonderful. Thank you. Everybody's saying congratulations. So let's get into, if anybody's got any questions about what I'm talking about or anything, let's pull some cards. Let me know. And where you're at, what's going on, what's happening. Rob, that's awesome. I'm very happy for you guys. I appreciate it. Extra hugs, I appreciate it. And engage. Congratulations. You totally manifested that outcome. Yes, we did. And I wanted to share that with you. And you know what? I was letting all the other part overshadow what a huge victory and a proof positive that you can bring things back. You can manifest the things you want in your life. I'm super attached. I only wish I could buy it to keep it in the family. And I'm thinking, Christina, this is what I'm trying to tell you, especially after going in grandma's old house in a certain part of it. I'm glad you're not. Okay. It's time to let some of this go. There's a lot of pain, a lot of misery, a lot of suffering attached to that house. Gillian and I have tried to cleanse our house several times, and it's like it goes away, but it always comes back. There's some type of magnetic thing, and your older brother actually said nobody's ever truly happy here. And it's one of those things that it's true. So while it's attached, I'm actually glad we're cutting those strings. Sometimes we need to cut those strings and stop thinking with our hearts and realize it's time to move on, time to grow, new life, new energy. Lonesome Dove, morning. I need help this morning, struggling with everything and in pain. All right, let's see what we're got. When you're struggling, what type of struggles are you going through, Lonesome? But we'll go here. Let's go here. Challenges. We are going to go to my Sun and Moon deck. I have to flip through it because I got to find out where I split the deck at. There it is. Okay. Got to get a couple cards. I always use my major arcana to talk to me about challenges. There we go. All right. So, Lonesome Dove, let's talk about it. What are some of the challenges we're going to ask for Lonesome Dove? What is one of the bigger challenges you're facing? And we're going to look at it here. What is one of the things? You might be facing several, but we're going to talk about what one do you need to try to focus on and where you're going to be, and then we're discuss options of how to handle it. So, Lonesome Dove, we feel like, man, somebody else had this the other day, and there's a lot of people feeling this way. You feel like the world is on your shoulders, it's bearing you down, and you're being walked on, and you're almost having no room to breathe. Okay? That's your challenge. The Sun card is normally an awesome card, except when it comes up as a challenge. And here's what's going on. It came up reversed. So there are pressures on you. You are going through things in life right now, kind of like I was talking about this morning, that's got you so much going on that you're concentrating more on what's wrong instead of what's right, what's good. And that's hard. It's easier said than done. So what we're going to see for you is, how do you get out from underneath that? What's the next logical step? What is the best step for you, Lonesome Dove, to get some air, to get that world off your back, to get you out from underneath that weight and feel like you're being walked on? Here we go. We're going to ask that. And what I'm getting is inside again, internally, and it's Four of Pentacles. You have to build a solid base. This is internal, but the key thing is Pentacles are about what you're manifesting. Here we are. We're talking about what we put out and what we get in. The Four of Pentacles is about regaining your power. You need to take stock in what is happening around you, what you have, what are your assets. And this may be spiritual, it may be physical, but this is saying you need to take a literal moment to check in and find out where your assets are to help you through some of these problems. That's going to help you through this. God love you. I hope things are going. Remember, y'all can reach me on tarotwithanAttitude.com. If you want to book a session, I can go into a lot more detail with more time rather than a 1 or 2 card flyby. So, but that's it. Love you, Lonesome. Feel for you. Understand that pressure of feeling. And sometimes it seems insurmountable. Lonesome, it's not. I had that same feeling this morning. Okay. And it is the pain, the hurt. Some of mine I found in my coffee cup, literally. And I'm not just saying that. I was getting cortisone shots every 6 months in my shoulders to deal with it because they can't do surgery to fix it. I am 2-3 months past my cortisone shots. I was hurting, got into this, and guess what? The HempWorks, hempworks.com/tarot with an attitude. Look at me, both shoulders. Wow. I'm not saying I don't wake up some mornings, I'm achy, I'm creaky, I'm all of that, but I'm telling you, there are things here. I take the HempWorks with no THC. The coffee has no THC in it for those of you that are worried about it. And I take the no THC curcumin, which is, I think, the base ingredient of turmeric. I actually remembered that this time, Kim. And you know what? month, 2 months in, give this stuff time to work. And man, I'm telling you, I feel awesome. But that's one of the things. So pain can drag us down spiritually. So you have to be on top of it, find out what you need to do. Okay. And we go from there. One thing I do for my self-care is just playing music in the background. It helps me get through the day with a smile and a dance in my step. Isn't it funny how once you start dancing, it's kind of hard to be in a bad mood? Once you start singing, bring a song into your heart, things get better. Why is music so soothing? So I am going to ask, I'm going to pull a card, one fast card. 13, solitude. You know what? 13 and a lot in the tarot deck is the death card. Solitude. Why is singing so powerful? Because when you're singing, you are focusing in the moment, in the present. You're doing something you wouldn't normally do. You're thinking about the words that are coming out of your mouth, and the world tends to go away. You get your solitude. You get your moment to be present, be here. You get, this is huge, folks. By singing and dancing, you get your mind back. You take control of it for a while instead of it taking control of you. And that's important. That's hugely important. That's understanding then at that given moment, when the song's over and you're sitting there and you feel better, at that moment, you can make a choice. You have a choice of what to do with the next 10 minutes. All right. So singing, dancing, being in the moment, that is massive. Positive vibes attract positive, negative vibes attract negative. There we go. I love Rocky. Rocky is so cool. We have a good time. Some of y'all watch me actually get a little toasted. Thank God my wife was here producing the show because she drove my ass home. That was, it's just one of those things. And Rocky and I always have a ball. It's always good. My mediumship skills are growing. Rocky is a psychic medium. She reads tarot as well. And it's funny, a lot of times we don't always agree, but we have fun when we don't agree. Yeah, Rocky in the house. By the way, showed Jeff the 411 video and he noticed that you lost weight. Thank you. Right here, folks. It's all I'm doing. It's all I'm doing. Last night, went and sat down, had an appetizer, and that was it. That was it. I was full. I have not eaten yet this morning. So I'm telling you, thank you, Christina. I needed that big time. That really helps. It's good to hear from third party. Morning at Lonesome Dove. Absolutely. Good morning, Bob George. Glad to see you. Rob, any advice for me today? Here we go. Jen B. Let me see. I didn't bring my postcards in today, so we're not going to do postcards from the spirit. Advice. We're going to focus on the Tao. We're going to focus on what you need to make sure you're doing. So I'm going to ask for the Yang, what you need to bring into, or Yin. Let's start with the Yin. Yin, what you need to bring into your creative portion of your spirit between your yin and yang to find balance. What two things does Gen B need to focus on? Gen B needs to focus on first, a feeling of oppression, and this is upside down. We've discussed this card, butting heads, feeling like you can't go somewhere, getting up against somebody. It's a bad thing. So one of the things this is saying is opposite viewpoints, personal differences, a communication gap, disharmony, misunderstandings, and estrangement. Folks, one of the things we have to learn from this card in our balance is we cannot change people. We can show them, we can tell them our thoughts, we can tell them our beliefs, we can tell them what we need, but we can't drag them into doing what we need them to do. Okay? I am not a big proponent in drug work of forced interventions. Very seldom have I seen it work. That person doesn't want help. That person's not going to take any help you give them. Okay? I don't like it. I think it's a waste of time, things like that. You can't force intervention somebody, and this is going to hit hard to everybody. no matter how much you love them. You can love them. You can express what's going on. You can express your will. You can express your concern, okay? But you can't keep banging your head against that wall, because pretty soon you're living that misery while they're off doing their own thing. So with that being said, what I'm going to look for here now is on the shadow card on the other side of that, you need to find companionship. And remember, see how these are identical? These ladies are identical. Companionship, friendliness, mutual respect, shared goals, stop fighting. And what this is saying is, at some point, we had this chat with somebody that happened to pop in the room this morning. Respect other people's views, whether you agree with them or not. Respect them. Leave them alone. If you're not happy, you need to address your unhappiness. If it's in a relationship, you need to address that within a relationship. This is for everybody, okay? Stop trying to change people, because eventually it's going to make things worse. Jen, that's what I got for you, okay? Let me know what's going on. Things are good. Morning, Karen. Here we go. Kim laughing. I want a reading. Okay, you want a reading? All right, I'll do 2 cards for you real fast, Lonesome. And what we're going to do is I'm going to use my Legacy of the Divine deck. If you want a true in-depth reading, www.tarotwithanAttitude.com, and we will go from there. So right here, Lonesome Dove. All right, I'm going ahead and pulling the 2 cards. All right. Lonesome Dove, you've got a lot going on. We had Pentacles for you earlier. You've got a lot going around you that you are feeling like you are a slave to, or you can't, I don't know, are you a perfectionist? That's one of the things I'm getting. Okay. This is about teaching, apprenticeship, but it's about making sure everything's right. You get so focused in the work, you forget there's a whole life going on around you, and to enjoy the things you've created. Where that's coming from is the Empress inverted. You need to understand you were put here to enjoy and put back into life. You are here to make things grow, but you're here to enjoy that. Look at all the depth in this card, different things. It's beautiful. The Empress is about growth, new life, not keep turmoil. Same thing over and over and over. The 8 of Coins, 8 is about mastery. 8 is about apprenticeship, but the 8 is about movement. And one of the things I want you to understand, Lonesome, is what I'm seeing is you're stuck in your manifested world, focusing on so many details, you're forgetting to live your life. You're forgetting to have fun. You're forgetting that other things are dependent on you for you to make them grow. That's what I'm seeing for you. Get a hold of me and we'll go into more detail. Let me know how that goes. Let me know what's happening. I keep seeing double digits, wondering what it means. A lot of times that means knock it off, pay attention. Somebody's trying to tell you something. Generally, you'll see more of that when you start getting into triple digits. A lot of people say those when you keep seeing 11, 11, 1, 1, 1. Triple digits are there. They call that signs from the angels. And what it generally means to me is you're not paying attention and they're trying to get your attention. So double digits, stop. Make sure you're meditating. Make sure you're getting in touch with spirit. And most of all, make sure you're shutting down your mind and you're listening to what they have to tell you. And a lot of things are coming. I know the triples are angels numbers, things like that. Doubles are a little more common. They can just be random. Okay. I believe in the triple digits. When you're seeing triple digits over and over and over of the same digit, those are magical numbers. And especially when you see them over and over and over, it is a sign you're not paying attention. So that's what we got done. I just got the chills. Good. I'm glad. I want spirit to walk through everybody. Lonesome, South Carolina. Is that what I'm seeing in the house? Good, good, good. We Did that already. Denise Warren, I'm in California and manifesting a move out of state for my 86-year-old mother and I. Okay, that's what you do. How are you manifesting it? What are you doing? You have to see that. Take the time to see it being done. And it's not just, okay, I'm going to convince myself, because that's what my lovely daughter talks to us all about all the time, the 18 inches between the heart and the head. You've got to not just think about it, you got to believe it. You got to bring it from here to here. Put the both connected and see it as happening. And boy, this is important. I have to slow down, folks. The importance, because we don't truly understand in manifesting, in knowing or believing and combining the two. I hope I'm saying this right. Give me the words. Just because you want it and you're sitting there going, I want this to happen, I want this to happen, I want this to happen, that's not manifesting. That's putting your wants out there. Nothing wrong with that. Tell that to your angels, but you should be doing that in more of a spiritual talk rather than going, I want. Okay? What I'm talking about is when you can see it, you feel it happening, you know it's going to happen, and you can step away and be good in your decisions because you know what you've got coming. That's the difference. That's the manifesting. Let's go to the enchanted compass for you, since we're talking about moving. What does Denise need to know? Where is the focus need to be about making this move happen for her and her mother? Let's see what's going on. All right, Denise. Wow. Slow and steady. It's movement, okay? And you're looking at the past. You're looking at different things that happen. The card is a 12, which comes together for 3. It's collaboration. You're going to have to make mind, body, spirit. You, your mom, you're going to have to make it all work together. But just because things aren't happening overnight, don't get frustrated and get into the negative. Start. What do you want to do? You're manifesting it happening. What needs to happen? What steps can you take, physical steps, to make that happen? This is what we've got. We want you to grow wings. And a lot of times what I see in this card when I'm looking at it is sometimes we're too stuck. See how she almost looks like she's sitting still and she's honest. If you can't tell it, that's Nautilus or a snail. She's looking to the past. There are things happening all around her, but she's got her arm folded. And the arms folded are sometimes a protective. I'm being so protective that we're missing opportunity. So make sure you're awake, you're alert, you're looking, and you're bringing things into being. One of the things I do see are the stars that are coming into the top right. That's hope. That's hope. You always keep hope, always manifest hope, and see what's going on there. Hope that helps. Let me know. Could you draw a universal card for us to get through today, please? That's what I was telling everybody. We started, and I've already mixed it up. We started with the sacred pond, and it's the whole thing, the universal card for us, that the message that was given to me today, and I had to digest it myself. Remember, look at your world around you as a reflecting pool. Look at your world and you will see the sacred pond, okay? What you put into that manifestation, what you're putting out there is what you're seeing back. So if you're getting up and you're seeing ugliness, you're seeing hate, when was the last time you said, stop? Let me go look at some flowers. Let me look at the great things. Let me turn all this crap off for a while. And let's look at what is good in my life. Where am I at? What's going on? Different things like that. That's the card that we talked about earlier, and we need to be focusing on the sacred pond. And again, I'll read this. I'll read one section from it. Here's what I read earlier. The world is a reflection of your thoughts, feelings, and belief. Embody the love you wish to see in the world. And I'm going to read this one part, okay? When you look into the mirror, do you like what you see? Don't shoot the messenger, folks, because a lot of us don't, okay? The Sacred Pool card asks that you focus on self-love, self-esteem. We are all works in progress. So a detached self-examination made with rigorous honesty is called for right now. That's what we're looking at. Be open. Go look in a mirror. Look yourself in the face. First question is, are you having problems looking yourself in the face? Why? Maybe you need to talk to somebody. Maybe there's some deep-seated things. This goes further into the sacred pool is very deep and it gets very dark where you can't see. And that's always in our subconscious. Maybe you need help. Maybe there's some things you've been repressing. Maybe there are some things you are in denial about. Maybe there are some things you've pushed away that you need to deal with within yourself. Call somebody, ask for help. It's okay. It is okay. You know, one of the hardest statements to make when somebody looks at you, and we've all been there because we thought we were faking it really good, okay, is when somebody says, "Are you okay?" Looking at somebody a lot of times and going, "No." Now, if you're doing it all the time, you're an energy vampire. Knock it off, okay? Get control of yourself. Go get help, all right? But there are many, many people that don't want their feelings to show. They don't want to put that on other people. But sometimes we need to look at somebody and say, "No, I'm not okay." Just like I did with y'all this morning. I went through a problem and I put it out there. I feel like y'all are family. This is my family. This is my church, okay? This is where I can go. Because again, I help y'all, y'all help me, and the spirits help every one of us. That's where we go. So that's what we're looking for today. Get deep into that pool and start using your mind to say, I'm having different thoughts. The world around me, if this is nasty, what did I do to create it? Some people will say, oh, none of this is my fault. May not be. Very well may not be, because that's just life. Shit happens. That's just life. All right. But sometimes the shit happens a little thicker than it was supposed to because we were so worried about shit happening that we actually brought an extra dose. That's what I'm talking about. Be careful. Financial, physical, and understanding what has happened in this world. Yeah, and too many people are focused on things in this world that are not within their control. Get off it. Turn the news off. Get off those damn conspiracy theories. They suck, okay? Because a conspiracy theory will drive you into very negative and low vibrations. So that's what's going on. Jan, I feel like my life is finally coming into full circle. What's the message from my spirit guide? What's his or her name? You have more than one. You have angels, things like that. If you're coming into full circle, you need to take and start meditating and becoming one, and you learn who they are, at least what they're meant for you to be. So the message from spirit for you, trying to see where I'm going with this. I've got a couple decks here. I keep being pulled over here to Legacy of the Divine. So let's see what's going on, okay? We can figure out their names, things like that. I can't do it in the short amount of time I've got here, all right? But I do know you have numerous people around you. We all have angels, and different angels go and come. You're assigned an angel, but you also have spirit guides. But there is other presence with you that are from people that have crossed over, different things like that. So there's more. I can't just give you one name. You don't have just one. Okay. That's the reason sometimes you will probably be thinking you're hearing voices and you're not. You need to calm down, get used to silence so you can focus and listen. The message for Chan here. Let's see what's going on here. What message do we have for Chan? All right, 9:57. Wow, I'm going to have to pull this here. Here we go. Let me pull the shadow card. There are things you need to walk away from. There are things that you need to leave behind. This was the shadow card. It's time to move on because there are some things that are trying to steal and slip into your mind, and they are affecting your mind. There is somebody or something trying to slip into your life, and yes, they're still playing a role. Something here is in your mental mind that is slipping through the door and coming back. And you know what? It's something in your past. Something in your past, Chan, is actually trying to rob you of the beauty that you see. You got to leave that shit behind. Walk on, as we say here, bangarang, paddle the F on. Move on. Get on with it. It takes practice. If you need some help with that, let me know and we'll go with it. But that's the message for you. There's some part of your past you have not left behind, and it is stealing your joy now. Okay? It is messing with your mind and your conscious mind. You're probably having hard times at times shutting your brain down, that hamster wheel, I call it. Y'all have heard me refer to it before, and getting that loosened up. That's what's going on. So be aware of it. Meditate, focus on it, talk to your guides. And the key thing is shut up and listen to your guides. Be in a space where you can hear the messages they are trying to give you. With that being said, remember everybody, HempWorks, love it. Do yourself a favor. Go check out the products. So many things there that have nothing to do with hemp, that we have all different kinds of aromatherapy things, different things that are awesome, some travel things. Just if you need a travel agent too, remember my man, Bruce Kaler, very close to my heart, very good friend, Apollo Travel Orlando, Bruce Kaler. You need him when you need travel, foreign or domestic, you need that. TarotWithAnAttitude.com is how you can book sessions with me. It's how we can hook up. We can get some things going. And Tarot with an Attitude on Facebook. Make sure I have a page and I have a group. Make sure you're coming and applying for the group. Okay. That group is growing. It's going big. We have a good time. There are things in there. I'm trying to get more time in there myself, but there are wonderful people that love to answer questions. Somebody said, you're dabbling in magic or whatnot. Damn, Skippy, sigil magic. There are all kinds of things that you can do that we can look at and go with you. And if you just have questions about the metaphysical or any aspect of spirituality, put it in. Love to answer the questions for you and be there for you in that manner. So with that being said, y'all know what I'm going to say. Take what you want. Leave what you don't. It's okay. You're not going to hurt our feelings, but please leave. I got to say this. This is important. We spent a whole show yesterday reminding you that there is a magical world out there for you. And just like we saw, people are trying to make you afraid to embrace the magic that God Himself, God herself, the universe, Gaia, intended for you to have. It's there for a purpose. Peace, love, and light.